So today team, we are going to be putting together my brand new bicycle. Woo-hoo-hoo! We might head outside just because the lighting seems better to do all the filming just out in front of the garage, and we'll put this together. Let's do this. Oh, I'm excited. Let's get outside and do this. Let's just start pulling bits out of the box and we'll see what we've got going on here. So I have decided to run the Odyssey R grips. I have a 2.25 and a 2.4. One for the front, one for the rear. Fire on wheels, tyres and sort of carry on. I got Colony wheel sets. The main reason was it had rainbow hubs. Here's the rear one, so I believe they are the Wasp hubs. So yeah, rainbow hubs, Colony wheel set. Fancy doodah. Oh, we have a seat. Look, got a seat. A division. Just a nice basic plain seat to go with the rest of the bicycle. And its colour theme. Oh, right here we've got fork box. We have the R32s in black. Minties. Can't go wrong with them, ever. And I guess we'll stay on the front end. Got some Odyssey super highways. 9.5 rise with a 29-inch wide bars with a back sweep of 11 degrees and 1 degrees up. There you go. That's what the sticker says. We also trusty ODI grips, can't go wrong with them. Here we have another rainbow feature. A Colony 28 tooth blaster. Oh, and I chose also some We The People cranks. I believe these ones are the Logics. The 3-piece version that came with the bottom bracket. Again, the main reason I chose this is because it came with the bottom bracket, the right size, and I just didn't have to worry about getting the wrong size one because it came in the box with the cranks. Yes, We The People Logics. Pedals, can't really go wrong with these. The Odyssey, I think they're the Grand Slams, just a nice platform pedal. I've run them before and I'm going to be running them again. Bar ends, I just got some metal bar ends. I don't really like the plastic ones, they always pop out and break out, so I got some new metal bar ends. The last set I had, I got them when I was 18 and I am now 35, so you do the math. So another set of bar ends, they were just the cheapest ones on the shelf. Stem, I went with a relic stem. Again, I've done and snapped stems in the past with funny cutouts, so this was just a nice block stem with all of the measurements that I liked. So I believe this one here is a 53mm top mount stem. Pretty sure that's what you call it. So yeah, nice solid block. Oh, we're getting down to the last bits. Chain, Odyssey Bluebird chain. I just didn't muck around with anything cheap, just a chain. I've had them snap on me. Many other people probably have. Not a good feeling, not ideal. So just went with trusty, reliable Odyssey. Tubes, good old Ching Ching. Good old Ching Ching Tyre Company. Can't go wrong with them either. Cheap in choice. Headset. The headset I'm running is going to be a Salt. Just your basic Salt headset with a nice fancy oil slick top cap. Fancy. And we got some spacers, and we also got some Odyssey brakes. These will be going on my old bike to replace the brakes that I do have on them. We'll go over those shortly. And we also grabbed a spare set of forks, because the reason we bought this whole new setup is because I bent the forks on the old ones. So I just bought a whole new bike. Just some nice standard forks to just go back on the bike to make sure it stays up and running. So those two bits and pieces will go on the other bike inside. And last but not least, the most important piece of the whole bike, the frame. The frame. Here we have is the new Denison SD V3 Haro. And as you might be able to see, I have stuck on my own custom stickers already. I've had the frame for a couple of weeks sitting in the shed, and I got bored and made my own stickers that look exactly the same as the Haro ones that are Spoonworks ones. So, pretty fancy, I reckon. So this will be the new rig setup. So without further ado, let's get into it. Put it all together, make it a running machine. I was thinking we're just going to start with the front end. Make sure you grease it up every time. Grease when there's metal on metal contact. Fancy. Just nip it all down, just to hold it until we get it all fully built up, and then we can nip it all up tight in the correct angles that we like. Ooh, look at that. Custom Spoonworks badges too. I'm going to need the spare bag from inside. All the frame bolts. So this frame's got built-in chainstay tensioners. Whack them in too. I'm definitely going to have to look at that at a different time. I can't thread that all the way through. I might have to re-tap it. That'll suck straight out of the box. Minor detail. Don't normally have them on there anyway. But it's not the point. If you don't have a bearing press tool, a wooden mallet or a rubber one, perfect for pressing. Wheels. As you may be able to see, these hubs came with hub guards, but I'm probably not going to run pegs, so off they come. So cool. Both tyres pumped up to 72 PSI. Bang on the money. I'm going to quickly whack the brake mounts on. Warning! There she blows. Got the small bits and pieces, just got to whack the chain on, and I got to swap the brakes out, then I'll put the grips on. But that is looking pretty good, so I might go whip the other brakes off, get them onto this bike. Some of you may have noticed that I pulled my cable hangers off without actually undoing the cable. That is because I am running hydraulic brakes. See, it's all one line. These are prototype brakes at the moment. These are the Hu brakes, the hydraulic U brakes. These are out in development and they will be done by Shed 7 Industries, I believe they will be released under. It's all done from Just Not Inside Carl Kavanagh. So if you want to see more on the whole hydraulic brakes and their progression, pop over to his Instagram. He's got heaps of videos and stuff and engineering hoo-ha on more development. So that is why I'm keeping these brakes on the bike, taking them off the old one, putting them back on the new one, so we can carry on testing, because as of yet, these are the best brakes I have ever run on my BMX. Ever. Definitely go check him out. Just Not Inside, Mr. Carl Kavanagh. Hu brakes. Chain. You gotta go find your chain breaker. Final touch, bar ends. Here's a bit of gold for you. See all the mount there, it's back the front on the hosing from the last frame to this frame, so at some point I'm going to have to get some new crimp connectors for either end on the hydraulic hose and put them in properly. And for now, because there was two and on this frame there's only one mount, I've just bolted that on sideways so the cable doesn't have a big funny hook. It can just sit there, and I'll grab a zip tie for now and just bang it around there. Oh well, it didn't have any black zip ties, so black tapey will do. Bicycle. Ready to go. Yes! So there you have it. That is my rig for the next wee while. Possibly not other people's choice of what to ride, but it is my choice of what I want to ride, so it is what I got. So thanks for watching, team. Like, subscribe, all the rest of that jazz. So yeah, you also may have seen in previous videos I've been on a couple of different bikes here and there over the past couple of weeks, as I broke my main bike. And then I decided, whilst getting parts for, so I decided whilst getting parts for that bike, and then I decided I'd get myself and treat myself to a fancy new one. So